The noise didn't begin suddenly. It crept in slowly. At first, it was just thoughts, harmless questions about tomorrow, unfinished tasks, small worries that seemed normal. But over time, the thoughts multiplied. They overlapped. They argued with each other. They refused to rest. And soon, the noise became constant. Daniel noticed it every morning when he woke up tired, even after sleeping for hours. His mind would already be racing before his feet touched the floor. Lists, regrets, fears, conversations that hadn't happened yet, conversations that were already over but refused to leave. The world around him moved fast, and his mind moved faster. People said he was doing well in life. He had a job, a routine, a future that looked fine from the outside. But inside, he felt like he was drowning in sound no one else could hear. The noise followed him everywhere, in traffic, at work, during meals, even in silence, especially in silence. One evening, after another long day of pretending everything was okay, Daniel sat alone in his small apartment. The lights were on, but the room felt empty. His phone buzzed with notifications, but he didn't reach for it. For the first time, he asked himself a question he had been avoiding. When was the last time my mind was truly quiet? He couldn't remember. Not as a child, not as an adult, not even for a moment. That realization scared him more than the noise itself. The next morning, Daniel did something unusual. He took the day off. No explanation, no big plan. He simply walked, without direction, without urgency. Past buildings, past crowds, past the familiar paths he always rushed through. Eventually, he found himself at the edge of the city, where noise softened into distance. There was a small park there, rarely visited, with old trees and a narrow river moving gently through it. Daniel sat on a wooden bench. At first, the noise got louder. His mind resisted the stillness like a frightened animal. Thoughts shouted for attention. Memories replayed themselves. The future demanded answers. He almost left. But then, something strange happened. He noticed the river, not as an idea, not as a background sound, but as movement, water flowing without effort, without resistance, without thought. The river didn't hurry, it didn't hesitate, it didn't question itself. It simply flowed. Daniel focused on his breathing. At first, it felt forced, uncomfortable, awkward, but slowly his breath began to settle. In, out. The noise didn't disappear immediately, but it softened, like a crowd slowly leaving a room. For the first time in years, Daniel wasn't thinking about fixing his life. He wasn't replaying mistakes. He wasn't chasing answers. He was just there. And in that moment, he understood something profound. The noise wasn't caused by life. It was caused by resistance. Daniel realized he had spent years fighting his thoughts instead of observing them, pushing them away instead of letting them pass, judging himself for having them at all. The mind, he understood, was like the river. When you try to stop it, it overflows. When you control it, it rebels. When you watch it, it calms itself. That was the day the noise went silent, not because the thoughts vanished, but because they lost their power. They no longer demanded his attention. From that day on, Daniel changed nothing on the outside. Same job, same city, same responsibilities. But inside, everything was different. He stopped filling every quiet moment with distraction. He stopped fearing stillness. He stopped believing every thought he had. When stress came, he breathed. When fear appeared, he observed. When noise returned, he didn't fight it. He let it pass. And slowly, life felt lighter. Not because it was easier, but because he was present. People noticed the change. "You seem calmer," they said. "You don't react like before." Daniel smiled. How could he explain something so simple, yet so rare? That peace doesn't come from escaping life. It comes from meeting it without noise. One evening, Daniel returned to the same park, same bench, same river. But this time, he didn't come looking for silence. He came to listen, and the river whispered a truth he would carry forever. You don't need to empty your life to empty your mind. You only need to stop holding on. Closing message. If your mind feels loud today, don't panic. If thoughts won't stop, don't fight them. Sit, breathe, observe. Because silence isn't the absence of sound, it's the absence of resistance. And the day you stop fighting your thoughts, may be the day the noise finally goes silent.